And this is going to be a very informal video. I've never really done a video like this before, even though it's been my dream to do it for quite some time now. As you can see, I don't have like a background. I'm literally recording off of my iMac. As an avid person who loves languages, I've been watching many shows from different countries, whether that's Emergency Down Under, Bondi Rescue in Australia, or Border Security Control in New Zealand, in the U.K., Canada, United States, places like that. I've been picking up on phrases and some words and pronunciations that are very different in a lot of the English-speaking countries. So I'm going to look at the top 5 English-speaking countries. I'm from Florida. I have a Florida-Chicago accent, kind of. I was born in Chicago, moved here. So a lot of these are not biased. These are just things that I've picked up on that I realized are different from where I live and different from a lot of the other countries. So I have a list of words, 30 plus words that I'm going to go through, or phrases that are different depending on the country. So I'm not sure about in the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, places like that, but I know that in the United States we say dandy. Dandy is a word that means helpful or handy. Oh man, that's dandy. Oregano. In the United States, and I believe in Canada as well, we say oregano. Oregano is a spice. In the United Kingdom, they say oregano. I don't know why, but that's just the way they pronounce it. UT. In Australia, they say UT. We usually say U-turn, but why say U-turn when you could say UT? Australia also says maths. In the United States, we just say math. We're going to math class. They want to make it a little more complicated, and they say it with we're going to maths. I mean, it sounds cool. I don't know why I wrote this on here, but fillet, it's like a fish fillet. I didn't put a flag next to it, so I don't know where they said it, but I think I heard fillet or something like that in one of the countries. If you're from that country and you know if you say it like that, please put it down in the comments because I'd love to know. Canada says, when I was in year 5, I just say when I was in 5th grade, or when I was in grade 5, it's kind of like reversed, which I really think is interesting. When I went on a cruise in 2013, I met some Canadians, and they said, I'm in something, or I'm in year something. I just said, I'm in whatever grade I was in. Something that I thought was really interesting, in Australia, and I'm not sure about New Zealand, but they say hen as a bachelorette party. In the United States, we say, oh, we're having a bachelorette party for Sarah. Well, apparently in Australia, it is a hen party. Don't know about that one. And I also didn't put a flag next to this one, but I guess bachelor is stag. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's a hen and stag party instead of a bachelorette and bachelor party. That's questionable. There's a phrase that we use in the United States that I haven't heard in other countries. It is, I have a splitter. It's like, I have a splitting headache. Instead of saying, oh, my head hurts, I have a really bad headache, we just say, I have a splitter. It's just something that's been going around. In the United States, we say, how are you, or how's it going? Australia says, how you going? How you going? How you going? Oh, also another thing that's not on the list, but the United States, we say cooler. Can you get the Pepsi, or can you get the soda out of the cooler? Australia says the esky, and New Zealand says chili bin. My brother and I love chili bin, and we've started calling the cooler a chili bin, so I'm all for that, New Zealand. Zebra. I believe that the difference with zebra is zebra. I don't know if that's in the United Kingdom as well, but it is definitely in Australia, the zebra. Aluminum, or as other countries want to call it, aluminium. Aluminium. They added another I in there when we just take it out. Aluminum. In the United Kingdom, instead of saying I don't even know how to use this in a sentence. water comes out of the faucet. We, in the United States, we say faucet. That's like the nozzle by the sink, kind of. In the United Kingdom, they just say tap. The water comes out of the tap. We call it tap water but it doesn't come out of the tap, it comes out of the faucet. But yet again, we don't say faucet water, we say tap water. I don't know. So I think I was watching Joel and Leah from Being British. I love them. And I think that was one of the words that I picked up on, that they were like, oh my gosh, we don't say faucet here, we just say tap. I think it was their video that I made a note of. Water fountain, bubbler. I can't remember which country that was, but one of the English-speaking countries says bubbler. Or maybe that's just up north. Oh, I think that's up north, because I was talking to my mom, and one of our family friends is from Wisconsin, and she used to call the water fountain a bubbler, which kind of makes sense, because it, like, sprouts, a sprouter, I don't know, but it's a bubbler up north, or I guess in Wisconsin. If I'm wrong, then just tell me in the comments. There's also a phrase in the United States that we say, how are we doing today? We're not really asking how are we doing, we're kind of asking how are you doing, but we want to include ourselves in it. So even, it is common to hear it, but I personally don't hear it a lot. I just hear a lot of what's up and stuff, but apparently, how are we doing today? We even take out our, how are we doing today? It's like a common phrase, I guess, that we say, and honestly, we don't really answer it as, we're doing good. We just say, good. I don't know. The United States can get a little odd sometimes. In Canada and Australia, this is debatable, but I've definitely heard people say both. I've heard people call a backpack a knapsack, but I've also heard them say backpack. I don't know if there's a difference. I don't know if one is being misused, or if I'm mishearing it, or if knapsack isn't really popular anymore, but knapsack in Canada and Australia. Okay. Aunt. I know that if I have an aunt, I call her Auntie, whatever her name is. A lot of other people in both the United States and other countries say aunt. And depending on, what accent you have, it's Auntie, Auntie. I just say aunt or auntie. So it's aunt, aunt. Z. This one gets me kind of aggravated because I know the American or the English alphabet all the way from A to Z, but Canada knows it A to Z. Z is not a letter, guys, okay? You can debate that all you want. A to Z, it's A to Z. I don't remember why I put this in here, but if you know something about it, then also write that in the comments. But General Tso's. If I want Chinese food, I'll order General Tso's. I think I heard somebody pronounce it So's, General So's, or General Tsao. I don't even know, but it was pronounced not correctly. I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. I really love Canada. I really love hockey. But some of the things that Canada says that I even catch myself saying sometimes is about. A lot of people are like, no, it's boot, it's about, or whatever, it's about. That's what I say. I don't know, but I've picked up on that. And so in Canada, they say about, not a boot. I've never heard any of my Canadian friends say that, but I've heard about a lot. And my dad, being from Chicago, he says roof, rough, broom, broom. So I guess with the double O, roof or broom, it's roof, broom. A roof just sounds like a sick dog. Petrol and gas station. So in the UK and in Australia, maybe in New Zealand, I might be wrong about this, but they call it the petrol station. If you need to fill up your car with gas, you go to the petrol station. United States, we just go to the gas station. We don't really call it petrol. I don't think if you went to the United States and asked people, I need petrol, that we'd know what that is, or that we would tell you, oh, the gas station's right over there. We'd just say, what do you need? Oh, you need gas? Okay, the nearest gas station is so-and-so. So I caught on to this pretty quickly, but a check, when we write out a check to somebody, that's how we spell it, is I think this is how the United States spells it, C-H-E-C-K, check. Canada spells it C-H-E-Q-U-E, which it makes more sense that way because it's still a check that I know of that you give to somebody with money, but at the same time, it's not spelled the same way as like check, that's done. So it's a good way to decipher. I guess it's more of like an English spelling, but I like it. But in the UK, they say notes. I didn't know what that meant until I researched it. The different way people pronounce egg. My family from Chicago, we say egg. We say Lego. We say egg. We don't say Lego or egg. There's a big debate on that, on whether it's egg or egg, leg, Lego. It's definitely egg. W. I know that we obviously are saying it wrong, but in the United States we say W, more like W. In other countries, they say double U, which is the proper way to say it. But when you say www, we just say www dot blah, blah, blah. They say www. That's just a mouthful. So I like the United States for that one. Vitamin, I can't remember the pronunciation in the English accent, but they pronounce vitamin differently. I'm not even going to pronounce it. Youth. Australia says the youths over there. We just say the youth. They make everything plural. Maths, youths, boot, and trunk. So, if I have a truck, Australia has a ute. And if I have a trunk in that truck, Australia has a boot in that ute. So if I was in Australia and I didn't research this or catch onto it, I'd probably be a little confused as to what is a ute, what is a boot, because I know what a boot is. It's something I put on my feet, but I don't know what in the world a ute is. So truck is a ute, like a pickup truck, and a trunk, like the thing that the storage in the car, is a boot. That really sounded Canadian. A boot, like a boot. Okay, I'm just messing with myself now. This one, I was watching Niall Wilson, the gymnast from Leeds, and somersault is a somersault. Roly-poly, I'm pretty sure that's a bug. I'm not doing a bug, I'm doing a somersault, not a roly-poly. So that was something, like one of those somersaults? Like, there's no other word for it. Roly-poly doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go do a roly-poly. It just sounds kind of gross. I'm gonna do a somersault. Another thing that I was watching was Tom Daly. He was making eggs, not eggs, but he was making eggs. And apparently in the United Kingdom, eggs are brown. And here, most of them are white. I personally eat the brown eggs because a lot of them are more cage-free. But it was just really cool because I guess the egg colors are different. So that was just a list. Well, the video came a little longer than I anticipated, but that was just a list of some of the words that I've picked up on coming from New Zealand, Australia, the UK, Canada, and the United States. And if you have any more words to add or any comments, then please place it below. And don't forget to subscribe because I'm sure I'll be getting a camera and maybe some setup once I go off to college. And that's it. Thank you.